Hey everybody, I'm TecToss, and I'm pretty excited. Are you too? Yeah, it's the start of a new series of Let's Play Endless Legend. And it took me about 4 times to actually get the background that I wanted. Because when you start Endless Legend, you get one of these amazing animated background images. And it's always themed after a race. And since I'm planning to play the Vaulters, I wanted to start it with a Vaulters themed background. So there we go. Now we got this sorted out. So let's start a new game, shall we? I'm gonna stay on Impossible, because I'm not even sure if I can win on Impossible, so that's gonna be fun. Because the Vaulters, while they're pretty cool, they're a little different from a lot of the other factions, and their units are a little bit weaker. Can see if we can balance that out. I downsized my map to small, because the last series, while it really was fun, I think 50 episodes is just a little bit too much. So I'm trying to actually get it down to, I don't know, maybe like the Endless Space ones, like maybe 30 episodes max. That sounds good to me. I'm gonna go with the regular content shape, because it's just I like things that make sense, and a regular shape makes sense, right? Yeah. It's nice that I can ask questions and you can't answer, because yeah, that makes me feel so powerful. So let's pick our enemies. I don't like Wild Walkers for obvious reasons. On Impossible they are just impossible to deal with. The cultists kinda really sucked last time. They just had their one island and then just got beaten down. So maybe not. We did play the Necrophages, and I think the AI knows how to do it. So how about we actually go for the Necrophages? Ruin Clans, I don't know. Maybe we'll leave him out this time, huh? Maybe we'll get a couple of real aggressive and strong races. So how about the Ardent Mages? They're almost as insane as the Broken Lords, as the Wild Walkers, but not quite. So let's get them. And what else? Draken maybe? Or Broken Lords? Draken, Broken Lord. I don't really know. We didn't, like, we fought the Drakens, we fought the Ruin Clans, we did fight the Cultists, we did not yet fight the Broken Lords. We had them there, and we just took their city to win the last series, but maybe we'll take them. And of course they're gonna be Royal Blue. And Necrophages, I don't know, green, because they're insects. Ardent Mage, what's a magical color? Purple maybe. That's the color of power at least. And for us, red seems good, huh? We're kind of space science oriented Vikings. So red seems fitting. Could also go this light blue. That seems good, huh? Yeah, that seems good. Not gonna change any other settings. Impossible, normal game speed of course. 4 enemies, small map. Looks like we're done. And yeah, let's start that game. It's loading up a little bit, and I'm gonna watch the intro with you, of course, because every race got a little intro that actually explains what they're about and kind of sets the theme for the start of the game. Also, there's the amazing artwork of Endless Legend shown off. So once it starts, I'm gonna shut up and let you watch it. Can also take out my tea bag, because again, I got that delicious cup of tea in front of me. There we go.
Our legend spoke of a great journey beneath the stars. Safe in our halls and minds, we ignored these old tales. But then the great quake cracked our halls open, revealing ancient secrets and relics. These unknown relics carried our patterns, our images, hints of a hidden past. We took them and fled the destruction, seeking a new life on the surface. Now the legends and relics of our past show the way to our future. The journey will be dangerous, sometimes deadly, but we go forth without fear or ignorance. For courage and knowledge are the bywords of the Vaulters.
Very different from the last start, where we planned to take over the planets and then set our go to space, and the vaulters have a very, very different playstyle and a very different kind of opening and lore. So there we go. Let's take a look around what we actually got available for resources. Also, we got the Kasanji as our first village. Not that helpful, but what do you do? Oh, a life tree. That's pretty helpful. Tundra rocks, also helpful. Now, for those of you who are already suspicious, I promise you guys I'm not starting multiple times. I just have really that good karma that I always get this anomaly. That's pretty amazing. So, nonetheless, let's explore a little bit so we can actually see if there's anything better. Looks like the region does end here, so there's not going to be anything better there. And take this marine and go down a little further, just so we can do a little layout planning for the city. But actually does not look like that big of a region. But it does look like a real good starting region. So we got a little production here. We got a lot of food going on here. And now there might be a couple of ways to exploit the vaulters. Now let's take a look what they're actually capable of. So they got the holy resource mechanic that lets you pick once a game the strategic resource that you will from there on declare to be your holy resource. You do that by firing it off like a booster once you got the actually got a couple of strategic resources, which we don't have yet, so I'm going to touch on that later when we actually get it, and I'm going to get into like why I choose the resource and how you actually decide that. Because for the vaulters, I feel more than most races, it makes a huge difference in your overall strategy where you start and what kind of strategic resources you got available, because that kind of influences which units you can make. It gives you the holy resource, which all got different, like for example the glass steel gives you a science bonus, a dust bonus, so you get I think 20% dust increase if you fire it off. The science bonus comes from titanium, so every resource has a different bonus and also a different strength and a different point in the game where it becomes relevant. So you really have to model your playing and your progress and the way you tech and which units you choose basically after the land that surrounds you. So that's very different from other races. So I'm gonna touch on that when I actually got resources to decide between. Now they also get +1 science on terrain with science, so they're very efficient in teching. They also got extra strategic resources, which is an amazing bonus that pretty much offsets their, or rather should offset their a little bit weaker units. And then there's a couple of buildings and their special units. And of course they start with the public library and the open pit mine, which just makes a lot of sense in that lore. So the public library gives you extra science and the open pit mine gives you access to resources right away. Luxuries in this case, but nonetheless. Now, the way I exploit the vaulters, or that I'm planning to do it, is that I can actually build my cities more production and food oriented, and don't have to care that much for science, because once I get it, like you can see here, these tiles usually would only have 1 science on them, but once I get that, I actually get a bonus on it. So for me, science is not a focus, and it kind of comes naturally to the vaulters. So what I focus on are other areas. So that's why I enjoy this starting location so much, because it actually gives me the possibility to have a lot of production right away, and also a decent amount of food, which is always lovely. You can't neglect science completely, and of course, as the vaulters, we should take advantage of us having a bonus on that. In the sense that we, that was a sip of tea, by the way, I hope you don't mind. Had a long day and kind of thirsty right now. Anyway, so that does need to play a role. We do need to tech a little faster than you usually would, but it's kind of easy with the vaulters, because again, that bonus is so strong. And I think your main quest also gives you a couple of bonuses on that. Not too sure, but I think so. Okay, so long story short, I'm gonna try and settle next to this anomaly, of course, because it's just freaking awesome. Like 10 approval bonus and 7 food. That's yeah, that's kind of nice. I gotta admit. Question just being, if we do it here and then do the triangle like that. Well, if we do it here and then triangle up like this, which gives us just a very limited amount of science, or if we do it here and have the extra science available right away, and then triangle up like this. Option A means we can make a larger triangle later on. Option B gives us a stronger start overall, because we do have the science and dust bonus here. So I think a stronger start overall would be good, because even though this is our capital region, it's not that good. Like, we got 1 bonus and the rest is just meh. Got another one here, so obviously we're going to build towards that. But once we got a triangle like this, I think we're pretty much done in this region. So I'm going to settle here, take advantage of the 2 science tiles, and of course take advantage of this amazing little tree here. Get a couple happy people, and since we already have a strong bonus on food output, I'm going to queue up the Founders Memorial, of course. Just actually, yeah, I'm going to focus on getting more food and getting our population growth in 2 turns. So we're going to lose 1 turn on the Founders Memorial, but I rather have more population faster, so we actually get more production overall faster. Now, still probably will explore the ruins. Oh no, I won't, because you guys don't have any movement points left. Let's explore 1 more tile here. Okay, so there's a ruin. Can we get that? Oh, that's amazing. 70 dust to start with. Okay, pretty cool. So, now this guy, let's not F it up. This guy could go for these ruins and this guy for these, and then we actually combine the units again and see where we can actually go to explore further. Okay, so that's the founding out of the way and the kind of the exploring path. I'm gonna send my hero just a little bit down here to actually see what bonuses these regions bring and what resources they have and whatnot. Now, no, not here. Now we're gonna go to the teching. So I feel like no matter which race you play in the current state of the game, there's no way to actually have a fast tech and aggressive start. Like, there are games, for example, the real-time strategy games in StarCraft or in what was it? Warcraft? Yeah, Warcraft 3 and the Reign of Chaos edition, and what, or in Dawn of War or whatever. So these real-time strategy games, they allow either to mass produce or to tech up, turtle a little bit, and then come out with a strong advanced tech and rush your opponent with that. Endless Legend is kind of doesn't offer you that, because you need, even if you fast tech, your units get a lot more expensive, and that way you can't build them unless you have your basics. So it's, in my sense, or from my understanding, a lot more important to actually get the basics going before you actually get that. And get that advanced tech, sorry. Should finish my sentences, it's a good habit. Anyway, so we do need a couple of real basic important techs, and that is the public library to get your science started. It is the mill foundry, because production is like the most important resource at the moment. It is your empire mint, because as defaulters, especially with your fast teching, you're gonna run into dust problems pretty soon. We could also switch that out for aqua pulvistics if we do have a lot of rivers, but we only have 1 river that's running. Oh, actually we do have a couple river tiles. I thought the river was running here, but it is like 2, 4. Yeah, so it might be sensible to get that, because we're gonna have all these river tiles in our empire. and it will give us a good bonus in summer. But I personally enjoy the general bonus, like +5 and +15%. That's a solid bonus that's always there. So I'm gonna get that Empire Mint no matter what. Also, the seed storage, because again, we need food to grow, and that's just a very basic resource we need to get. And for me, like we already have the public library, also we do want the ability to take quests from villages to pacify them. Because unlike the necrophages, we can actually do diplomacy, and we can actually convert villages through means of solving quests or bribery, and we don't have to fight them all. And our armies are not really equipped to fight them all. So in that sense, we do need to get the language square as well. There are strategies out there to get the search party and rush to grab the bonuses from the ruins around you, which kind of could work, but for me it's too risky yet. I didn't play around with it, and since this is a let's play and you guys want to learn a strategy that works, and you want to at least see me fight and not go under with no chance at all, I'm not gonna experiment. Once I'm through with my studies and I got a little extra time on my hands, I'll probably explore different build orders, but for now I'm going to stick with the basics. And the basics mean production, food, and we'll see about the money. I probably go for the language square first, then go for the Empire Mint, but I might change it up depending on how fast I go broke. So, but the production is the most important, and then we go for the food. We could also go for geomic labs, because they give you +2 on terrain with science, but we don't have that many. We only got 2 here, 3, so that's going to be +4, and I don't think we really need that. The public library is going to be sufficient. We also got gold and gold, so that's a resource that is not relevant yet, so I'm not going to go for it, because it lowers your overall city upkeep cost, and it's not that high. We're in turn 1, we only have the city, what's it called, the city center, and there's not that much upkeep to pay. So there you have it. We're set up for turn 1. We got our main quest. We don't yet have the main quest. We didn't meet anyone since the Draken are not part of this game, so no meeting them yet. So let's end this turn and see what happens, shall we? I'm really excited. And there we go. This is the Day of the Awakening, again with a little bit of lore and, how the Walters came. Oops. What's that? Search the Illuminated to learn more of the guardians who haunt them. Oh, okay. That's not the main quest, is it? Huh. Did they change up the main quests? The booster is kind of shitty, but okay. Wow. Search a number of ruins to discover the secret of the entity that haunts them. The annual awakening is upon you. Search the illuminated ruins. There must be some kind of event, because I remember when I started the game I got this image presented, and I thought they're hinting at an expansion coming up soon or something, but I gotta read up on that. There seems to be something going on that I am not aware of. Oh, that's awesome. I love surprises like that. So I now actually don't have a clue what the hell they're planning. So that makes it a little exciting, I gotta say. Now let's go for some ruins, shall we? Learn about entities that haunt them. Within 5 turns, search for a relic at the unspoiled ruins illuminated by the ray of dust. Where's the ray of dust? Yeah, of course. It's gonna be on, you can see here the coastline. It's a different island. So not gonna happen. Okay, I'll bring these guys around here, just to get a feel for where my island ends. If I am on an island, that is the question. Now with the Walters, it would be pretty sweet if we do indeed start on an island. Search here, another 30 dust. That is lovely. I'm still gonna stick with the regular production of this Founders Memorial. I might buy out the mill foundry though once I get it, because we are already kind of rich with 150 in dust. And now I'm just gonna bring my armies around. Sisters of Justice over here. And bring them together with my hero. Okay, so here we got grassland and a little chromatic land anomaly. Over here we got the massive tree, but a lot of rocks in the way, so kind of hard to settle there. So probably the expansion is going to be directed in this way, which is the left or the west, depending on how you see that. I might go down like this tile here, and then we'll decide on where we actually send the army. Okay, turn off the fizzy and move. What's wrong? Oh, you got 3 more tiles. Well, let's move him a little further. And look at the fizzy again. Could actually go for this. Oh, another 30 dust. Pretty cool. Like, where are those ruins? Search a number of ruins to discover the secret of the entity that haunts them. I don't... Search a number. Huh. Which number? Which being? I'm so confused, like... Probably should go here then. Okay, so everybody moved. Like, we got a lot of those rocks in the way. That makes settling kinda difficult, so probably we get a chance to actually see a different way of expanding. And that's gonna... Ah, there we go. Wide lands, wide eyes. So this is the actual story quest of the... Walters. In a region that belongs to your empire, pacify at least one village of a minor faction and then assimilate them. So that's gonna be a hard one right off the bat. Again, we would like the 20 titanium, of course. But we don't need the Cassandri. Like, we're gonna have to pacify them eventually. But I don't actually need those guys. They provide... Like, it's only one village. And they provide us an influence bonus, which... It's nice if we get it for free, but I'm certainly not gonna try for that to... yeah, certainly not gonna try for that. So I guess this other quest is just a new addition to the game. That is so cool that they just do that stuff for free. Like the eyeless ones was a minor faction that just got added for free. And now they do it with a quest. That is kind of awesome, I gotta say. Like, who gives you free stuff in these times? Not many people. Okay, so it definitely looks like this is the direction we want to expand in. So we'll probably go for these boss here. Try and build a coastal city, maybe. Go for the boss, and I'm just gonna try and explore a little bit of land while I bring my armies together. Maybe here. Maybe here. Yeah, like that. So bring this guy here. Yep, here. And I then combine them next turn. And now we got 2 population. So we could go for 4 growth. 4 turns, growth in 4 turns, Jesus. Or we could go for Founders Memorial in 2 turns. And I rather go for the extra growth, I gotta say. Can we get the... Oh, we can get the Mill Foundry next turn, though. So that seems good. Because I want to, like, get that in front of the Founders Memorial and then just buy it out. That would be pretty lovely, because that will allow us to actually get all the subsequent tech just a bit faster. And have that little bit faster start. And that's actually going to matter a lot, since we are up against impossible AIs. Now let's take a turn. I'm getting in the habit of rambling again, sorry for that. Oh man, it's already starting again, like we're only in episode 1. And I can't shut my mouth. Ah, such a bad habit. Okay, let's bring these guys together. Like, you move. No, we searched that already. Oh, I almost misclicked. Oh, happens so easily in this game. Like, that's my one... Well, not my one criticism, but... Come on, combine. Why? Okay. Don't combine that, it's fine. Okay, so these are... What are these? Erics. And here we got more of these. They're actually a pretty decent melee unit. I might actually go for this region. Let's take a look at the overall resources here. Oh yes, that looks like a good first... Oh baby. So we got exotic... Oh man, I love these names. Exotic exotics. Say that 5 times fast. What a weird name. A lot of science, not so much food, but we'll cover that with the... Well, this anomaly here, not gonna pronounce it again, and this one here gives us a production bonus, and it's gonna give us a shit ton of science. Look at that. 7 plus 4, and all the tiles around us have science. Also gonna give us a decent neutral unit. And those guys are pretty big blockers, so we do actually get around researching our Titan. For now. Of course, eventually we're gonna get it, but for now we actually get around. So that looks pretty decent. Let's take a look further down the land. What kind of resources they actually... Oh yeah. So we could... So we got our first strategic resource here, which is glass steel. So that's another good argument for this region. Let's take a look here, get on that hill. We got another ruin. Okay, looking good. So this is the only one where we get 2 villages. So let's... Oh, almost click the end turn without getting the mill foundry in there. 178. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's gonna be worth it. Because we can get all those buildings so much faster, and also the we want to build a settler pretty early, and that will allow us to do just that. Maybe I'll get like 1 turn. You know what? Maybe we buy that out 41, and then get like 1 turn of production on this, and then buy it out. That seems like a plan. Okie dokie. So this is the start. It's a little rougher than the last time. Like the if I had the same regions as like I had it with the necrophages that I have now. No, that sentence. It's just leave it there. It'll die alone. Again, if I had the same start that I had with the necrophages, it would be just insane as the vaulters. This region here is a little harder. Like the starting region is really good, but then the first neighboring region is like there's rocks in there, so we can't get big cities. Here we have the same problem, and we got 1 region there. We are really starved for strategic resources, which is a kind of a shame, to be honest, if you are playing the vaulters, because that's their big strength, having a lot of these resources and being able to use them as the holy resource, and for your troops as well, to have more advanced troops and whatnot. Anyway, so this is the first episode. If you enjoyed it, I highly appreciate if you leave some likes and engage in the comments, give me a couple tips how to go forward, if there's any more, you know, if I overlooked stuff, or if in my logic you seem like a major flaw that I'm not seeing, let me know that. And also if you enjoy it, let me know that as well. I would love to hear about that, because it's real encouraging, you know that? Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd like to see you around for the upcoming episodes, because of course this series is gonna continue 1 video a day, and well, I hope I can provide you with a lot of entertainment. In that sense, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.